I'm Zach Emerson, and we decided to analyze Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza was founded in 1978 by Eugene Jets and his brother John. Eugene was about to buy a house, but on his way, his passion for pizza took over, and instead he leased a space that would become the first Jets Pizza in Sterling Heights, Michigan. They were about to make deep dish history by offering a truly better pizza. From the beginning, their sole focus was on quality ingredients. From the freshest vine-ripened tomatoes, Italian herbs and spices, dough prepared by hand each day, and the hand-grated premium mozzarella cheese. Of course, a few things have changed since then. The first location has grown to more than 400 in 20 different states, and Jets now offers more than the world-famous deep dish, like fresh salads, breads, and sandwiches. And one thing that will never change is their commitment to quality ingredients. We interviewed Jeff Best, franchisee of over 10 Jets Pizza franchises. He gave us the ins and outs to his business's success from an owner's standpoint on the 4 functions of management. I had the section of planning, which is crucial for the success of Jets in the fast-changing environment in the pizza business. Managers constantly have to evaluate how well their products are meeting customer needs, and they must engage in thorough systematic planning to find better strategies to tailor their products to meet those needs of the customer. In order for Jets to live up to their slogan, "Life is short, eat better pizza, let's get Jets," they need to have efficient and effective planning throughout every franchise across the nation to keep up with the high demand for quality pizza. Jets Pizza management team is constantly working week to week to find out the best solutions to supply their product to pizza-hungry customers. Short-range goals for this company are pretty simple: have enough money to cover expenses. The number one way to increase weekly sales is better marketing. By coming out with new commercials and ads, customers are always exposed to something new, which creates a sudden desire for pizza. If a store is down on sales in a certain week, they are often asked to meet a certain amount to cover in the upcoming weeks. And Jeff realizes as the owner, this is his responsibility. And when he's trying to increase sales for a short period of time, he offers weekly coupons in hopes of bringing more traffic to the stores. Coupons are sometimes dangerous though, because if sales do not increase, then it'll lead to a loss of profit, which could be harmful to the company in the long run. Instead of looking specifically at annual goals, they mostly focus on the more long-range goals that will help the company out best in the next 5 years. Their annual goals are similar to the week-to-week goals of covering expenses and making a profit. With a constantly growing competitive environment for the pizza industry, Jets like to see an annual 5% growth rate. In attempts to forecast their overall revenue for the year, they compare holiday seasons when sales are at their highest to get an idea of how they will be doing at the end of the year. When Jeff first entered the pizza industry years ago, he was shocked to see how much the economy played a factor in the consumption of his products. He made it clear that economic booms and recessions can really affect sales. The biggest discovery was that economic booms actually decrease sales because when people splurge, they tend to buy things like Outback or Red Lobster, and they look at pizza more of an inferior good even though it's high in price. With this discovery, he realized that it is tough to predict long-range goals with a constantly changing economy. In order to meet long-term corporate level goals, Jeff focuses more on the business level plan the most. He mostly works with the regional manager in his region of stores to discuss the business plan they want to pursue. They focus on specific methods they will use to compete effectively with rivals such as Domino's and Papa John's. After making sure the business level strategy is ready to go, it is implemented by the regional manager in each store's functional level plan that each manager will pursue to help attain the business level goals. When consistency is achieved between corporate, business level, and functional level, the whole company operates in harmony. We asked Jeff about the week-to-week conflicts they face and how they plan for it. And he said the majority of employees fall in the age group between 18 and 30, and he's starting to notice that Jets is firing more employees more often because they don't care about working as much as they used to in the past, and that's just kind of the way our society is shaping up to be. He said people will quit on the spot more often if something isn't going their way because they realize that there's so many options for employment nowadays outside of pizza or Jets. Jeff said that Jets isn't affected because it seems like they always have a constant flow of applications coming in and they can easily replace workers. If people call in sick, Jets is Jets is short on employees for the week, general managers can actually move employees from one location to another because they all have the same training and skills. And if employees are up for the short move, they're often provided an incentive for such as days off or bonus for their contributions to the company. And if drivers call in sick, it isn't really a big deal anymore because there's businesses like Uber Eats who will just deliver the food to the customers for them. When looking to open a new store, Jeff takes many factors into consideration before going through with the process, and he mostly looks at demographics. I related his considerations taken to the 5 forces model because he looks at the level of rivalry among organizations, potential entry into the business, power of suppliers, and number of customers. Most of his stores are located on high traffic areas with a Papa John's usually close by. He said Papa John's does a lot of trustworthy research on demographics, so if they are succeeding in the area, Jets can also because they offer a higher quality product. Looking at competition is one of the most important things to look at because pizza has many substitutes and is always in demand. I'll now let Josh talk about controlling.
I'm Josh Shoemaker and I did the controlling aspect of Jets. So it's important for Jeff to control each location to be the exact same. Just like Subway or McDonald's, everyone, when they go to various locations, no matter the city, they want the exact same product. And being a franchise, there's guidelines in place that force you to do things a certain way. So it's very easy for Jets to stay the same no matter the location. Cost control is a big difference from location to location though. Their cheese is a premium cheese which costs a lot of money, and so they have a certain amount they have to put on each pizza. So if the workers are using too much, it can be a big expense on their bottom dollar. So it's important to make sure the workers are trained properly and are following the specific guidelines. The workers themselves are another big difference from location to location. So it's important to motivate them so they have a good level of productivity. If a location is not meeting their goals, adjustments need to be made. But being a franchise, there is only so much they can do since they have specific guidelines they have to follow. One of the few things that Jeff can do is raise the pay of individuals, of the workers. The way Jeff measures success is of course by profit, but another way he measures success is the company growing. Domino's is one of their major competitors and they're the #1 pizza out there right now because mainly their technology. Jeff said that he feels that Jets has a better product, but Domino's is doing better because of their technology. So Jeff wants Jets to continue to grow and improve. It's important for Jeff to monitor the performance of each level of the organization, whether it's workers, managers at each location, or regional managers. So he needs to keep an eye on every level so it's, if one level is underperforming, it affects the whole organization. So he has to make sure people are following those regulations in place so that Jets lives up to their reputation. Now I'm going to hand it over to Brandon, who's going to talk about the organization.
My name is Brandon Terrell. I did the organizational aspect of Jets Pizza. Jeff, our interviewer, said the work culture is pretty laid back. As long as you do your job, you can have fun at work. And at the end of the day, you're just making pizza. The company's success starts with who's in the upper level management, is what Jeff said. If you don't have good management in corporate level, you won't be successful, and everything below corporate level will be unsuccessful as well. No experience, no success. So, the organizational structure of Jets could be described as pretty flexible. No one's micromanaging you. You get different tasks every day. You're not always doing the same thing, but if you want to, you can do that. And communication is key, especially in a fast food restaurant or pizza place. So, adapting to changes. Jets said one of the biggest problems that Jets is facing is technology, online orders, placing orders online. Nowadays, consumers care about speed and convenience. So how long is it taking you to get them their pizza? How long is it taking you to deliver it to them? If it's taking you too long, you're losing out on money to your competitors. This just goes to show that if you have a great organizational structure and a good strategy, you can be a successful organization, just like Jets. And now I'll be introducing Rebecca, who will be doing the leading.
Hi everyone, I'm focusing on the leading aspect of our project today. Obviously, for any leader, every management is different and has a different leadership style. Today we're going to be exploring how Jeff handles leading a team at Jets Pizza. We had asked Jeff who are the top leaders and how do they prepare for this role. He had said that 90% of the time it is actually employees who are already working for Jets. He believes that the most successful are those who had already started at Jets from their first day of work, maybe when they were 16 or 17 years old. Oftentimes, these young employees will work their way up the ladder. Jeff's leadership style could be described as very straightforward, no BS. He doesn't put up with the excuses, but he also knows when to have fun and not be as serious. He believes that this is a better style. Being straightforward with your employees results in a better outcome so that everyone's on the same page. He cuts to the chase, he's brutally honest, but not in a way that would be upsetting towards his employees, but still creates a fun work environment. He is more of a theory why manager because he genuinely wants his employees to do well and succeed in this business. He selects new leaders and managers, oftentimes, like I said, by promoting them. He looks around to see, okay, who is doing well, who can we promote, who can we make a new position in this business. Essentially, unemployment is low right now, so they are able to recruit from within. Regional managers are often told to develop people, train them to do their job so that one day somebody can take over and then eventually that position can be filled by another person. Interviews only tell Jeff so much, so if they're good, why not promote them? Or outsource from other locations. A successful employee to Jeff looks like somebody who, in terms of management or a franchisee owner, is somebody who treats a business like it's their own. Some managers are intrinsically motivated and they do something because they want to do it. Not all people are like this, but if they are like this and go above and beyond, that's how that Jeff knows that they're successful. How Jeff motivates employees, he told us straight up that he believes monetary is the best way to motivate his employees, often doing little raffles like gift cards for the smaller team members and raises for those who have bigger positions. Rewarding for a job well done lets employees know that they're doing a good job. Turnover is high in this industry because of the amount of employees that work here are typically younger kids, but he knows that he's not in this business, so it's hard for him to make those connections. However, if he does hear good things about an employee, he will always reach out to them to let them know that they're doing a great job and to keep up this good work. Evaluating performance can be tough in this business because, like Jeff said, he's not in the business himself. He can only hear things from his other managers. But the number one thing that he told us is looking for red flags and how much trouble these employees get into. If these employees are having conflicts with other coworkers or other employee or staff members, then he knows that maybe they're not right for this job or this position at Jets. He evaluates if they want to be here. Oftentimes, it's easy to tell if somebody actually wants to be at their job, and he uses the employees' attitudes and personalities towards their daily experience at work to evaluate their performance. With all this being said, it is true that without being an effective leader, you would not be able to manage a company or have any respect at all. After looking at the functions of management, we can see how all these parts play a major role in management as a whole.